Efficiency is a broad concept that refers to the extent to which the economy is making good use of its resources. Failing to produce as much as possible is one way to be inefficient. Using resources to produce things people don't want is another way to be inefficient. What happens if some resources are unemployed? The economy fails to produce a maximum combination when resources are unemployed. For example, suppose that our economy grows corn on acre A and wheat on acre C, while acre B lies fallow. The economy would produce 100 bushels of corn and 120 bushels of wheat. This outcome is point K on our graph. Point K is inefficient because the economy could produce more corn, more wheat, or more of both. Point D, for example, has more corn and more wheat. We would obtain point D if we used half of acre B to grow wheat and half of it to grow corn. Since people want more corn and more wheat, D is better than K, which means K is inefficient. This example does assume that no benefits accrue to letting acre B lie fallow. That is, we're not worried about conservation. We're using acre B to grow crops today doesn't affect its future productivity. If we're worried about future productivity, we now have three goods, or maybe even four goods in our head. We have wheat today, corn in the future, wheat in the future. We're assuming current decisions don't affect decisions next year. There might be good reasons, for example, not to use all the oil we can get our hands on right now, because we may want to have more available to us in the future. What happens when an economy produces X with the resources good at producing Y, while producing Y with the resources good at producing X? An economy fails to produce a maximum combination when it uses the wrong resources to produce its goods. For example, suppose our economy grows wheat on acres A and B and grows corn on acre C. Then the economy would produce 140 bushels of wheat and 60 bushels of corn. Point J represents this combination. Point J is a bad use of resources because the economy could simultaneously produce more corn and more wheat. Point E shows that the economy can produce 180 bushels of wheat, 120 bushels of corn, 180 bushels of corn and 120 bushels of wheat. Therefore, point J is inefficient. We're not getting the most we could, and we want more. This makes it sound like every point on the frontier is efficient. Are all points on the production possibility frontier efficient? No. A point on the frontier is inefficient if people in the economy prefer a different point on the frontier. Suppose, for example, that no one in the economy wants corn and everyone wants more wheat. This means that point G is inefficient because people would prefer to be at point A. So efficiency involves not only obtaining or reaching the frontier, it also involves choosing the right point on the frontier.